Alright, so welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We are back with surviving as a trader. And today I think we're going to go and try to get a little bit more ice, since we're a bit low on that for the most part. Alright, so we last left off with making the medical room and everything like that. But I had to go ahead and do my random sophisticated airlock system. There is definitely a better, simpler way than what I have here. But my brain is not working again. So I just went with whatever linear way I could find and actually using an event controller here. So this is the airlock at the moment where we actually have to press open, but it will automatically close the door, depressurize, open the door, and leave it open. That's how I want it to be for now, but I'll show you how I did the convoluted, complex way of doing it. This is a much simpler way, I'm pretty sure of it. I just can't think of it right this moment because I'm actually recording this pretty late. So hopefully it's entertaining to you guys how crazy complex way I've done it, which is extremely not necessary. So once we're outside, doors left open. That's depressurized anyway, so you know nothing's gonna happen there. So the next thing is once we go in, that's when things start to happen again. So I use a sensor. So right now you see the sensor field here, but usually if you're gonna take off the sensor field range, you won't see it. So the field range is right inside this little cubby hole. So once I go in it, it's gonna sense it, turn it off, close this door, pressurize, open this door, and close the door. So that is our current airlock system. So the only thing I really have to press is going right here. Could put a sensor right here, drop it down, so then that just opens this door. So that way I don't have to press anything, but then I have to turn on and off a sensor or whatever the case is. So that is a bit of a headache. I don't mind pressing F just to open this one. But yeah, as you can see, it's a working airlock system. That way we don't waste oxygen and everything like that here. And it's a bit slower than I would like, but it is what it is because I couldn't think of a way to build it the most simplest way. And as you may have noticed, there's a a bunch more timer blocks set up right this moment. So that is because I went as linear as I could with it. So of course I could just work backwards a little bit and see where we can make it a little bit simpler. But to start off, how I did all this, basically kind of ish airlock tutorial, I guess we could say, is basically once we open this, that triggers the event controller. I could have used the smaller event controller, but I used the larger one for reasons. So I have the door event. The event is going to be a door opening. So when the door opens for our interior hatch door, which is the one we press F on, the action is going to trigger block number 1. So obviously we could do a set action of when it's closed, we could put something there too, but yeah. So anyways, trigger the timer block AL1. So it's going to trigger this, and the action is to close the interior door after a few seconds and trigger the next block. So next block is AL2, which will trigger the depressurization on and trigger block number 3. And from block number 3, open the exterior door and trigger box number 4. And then timer box number 4 will turn on the sensor that's in there. So that's when we're coming back, it will do its return actions. So here's the that was the exit, quote unquote exit actions. Then we have the entering actions. So entering actions starts with the sensor. So the sensor is going to trigger the AL block 0.0. I don't know. I just named it 0.0 for whatever reasons. So 0.0. And that's going to trigger the exterior door, the one outside, to close and also turn off the sensor. Because we need the sensor to be off at all given times except for when we go outside. That way it doesn't re-trigger the exterior door to close and blah, blah, blah. So that triggers the next block, which is 1, which is basically closing the exterior door, go to the next box, and also shut down the event controller that's in front of me. Why? Because when the interior door opens, it's going to generate an action in the event controller, so we got to turn it off. So now going to the next box, point 2, that's turning off depressurizations. That way there's oxygen within the tunnel system. And then go to the next block, point 3, which is actually to open the interior door. And then finally go to the next box, point 4, that's when you close the interior door. So that is our working airlock system in a nutshell. I'm pretty sure there's a simple way of doing it with losing minimal to no oxygen, but this is as linear as I can get it for now, I guess. And this kind of speeds up as much as I can for all this to move. Yeah, I think that kind of works out okay. It's not the best, but it will do. So open, and I can leave. But of course, I gotta wait like a couple seconds before this door actually opens so we can get out of here. But that's the door lock. Not too fancy, I guess, but it works. And once again, going back in, hits the sensor, close the door behind us, pressurize here, and then opens this door. This way, once again, nothing is lost. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to do the airlock system is because the med room here actually turns off because of the mod that I have when you're not pressurized. So that required a lot of stuff here, which is, again, I'm pretty sure it's unnecessary to have all this. I could simplify a little bit more if my brain really works at this moment, but it doesn't. So we'll just leave it as this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 timer blocks and 1 event controller. So 10 blocks plus a sensor. So that's 11 types of blocks to trigger an airlock system. Complex? Yes. Simpler way of doing it? I'm pretty sure there is, and I'll figure that out eventually. I'm pretty sure, and I hope so for the most part. All right, so let's get out of here. We should eventually update the base a little bit more, but not sure if I want to do that just yet. As now we have a little bit more power, we should have more oxygen from the oxygen farm, and things are looking pretty good so far. The only problem that I have is going to be ice. So about 2.44k of ice, some in the kitchen and some here. So like 2 to 3, well, we have a little more, 4 or 5k worth of ice. So we have a couple options here, to be honest. So we could do a few things when it comes to the ice issue. So one way of solving the use for ice, what do we use ice for? Oxygen and hydrogen. So if we want to, if we don't need the ice, and no, if we can't get ice, we could probably make some kind of oxygen and or hydrogen tanker. And then with that tanker, we can connect it to the economy base, buy our oxygen, buy our hydrogen, fill up the tanks, and be able to fill up our own bottles for oxygen and hydrogen. Yeah, what other use is there for ice if we can go that route? Since we proved that we could just load up a tank from our trade base and the economy base and just buy like 1 unit and it'll just fill up a small hydrogen tank. I'm pretty sure I could fill up a large tank fairly easily, and we could set up a whole big room or a whole big section of tanks, and that way we could just transport it back here and load up with oxygen, hydrogen, and so forth. Right, but for the time being, let's try to get some more ice. If it's gonna be a hard process, then there's no point. Let's just make those tankers. And by tanker, it could be a truck, it could be a ship filled with a bunch of tanks. That definitely could be useful. All right, so let's unlock this guy. So we're gonna do some camp fighting today because those are always fun to do. So right now, let's head over. Probably shouldn't do this at night, but we're gonna head over to the wolf camp. I don't think we have attacked the wolf camp just yet. And I just grabbed a whole bunch of rockets on hand, so we can use that. And another reason, if you don't remember why I'm bringing the rover, is because it actually has a survival kit in here. So if we do get shot down, at least we will spawn right here without going too far. The only thing I did forget is I don't know if I have coffee in here. I don't. The coffee would be useful when I die, so then that way I can eat, and not eat, drink, and get some sleep at the same time. But we should be okay. I'm not too worried about it. And unfortunately, I think the only other ammo I have here, I mean, we have railgun, rockets, but we don't have an assault cannon. Oh, we have 3, so it's not terrible. Okay, so we haven't really been here before, so I don't know what to expect. So hopefully not too crazy stuff here. But I think eventually the more I have and bring with me and spawn these things, the more turrets and weapons that they're gonna house as well. So I'm getting there in terms of getting more quote-unquote dangerous, I guess, but not quite yet. Close, but again, not there just yet. All right, so I can't find a good spot for myself, so I don't want to get too close. I'm already like 800 away or so. Okay, I think this will and may do. I almost flipped this thing. All right, so yeah, we are on a hill right over here. We're about 600 away. All right, we don't want to get too close. Let's back it up a little bit more. Oh, we're on a hill here. Okay, so about 600 away, and most things will probably shoot at the 600 range. We can grab. Did I put an antenna on this guy? I think I did, right? Or not? I guess not, but I think it's a fairly good range anyways. But remote control into the wolf camp. I'm not kidding. That ain't gonna work. Let's get the rail. I want to use the railgun drone. So what we're gonna have to use here is disconnect and turn on the thrusters. The only problem is I don't know how to turn on the thrusters when this is on here. So switch lock. Let's hope it don't fall over like it did last time. And it did, of course. And another problem is I don't have upward thrust to get this thing flipped back around, so that's gonna be a problem. Should really add like a saddle or something on these things so that I could maneuver these things a little bit better. Okay, I can't even flip this thing over, and I probably shouldn't even do it that way. Okay, so instead of going crazy with that, I'm just gonna flip it by hand with the battery method. I don't even have steel plates, so that's gonna be a problem. Yes, it is. All right, so not good. All right, so if that's the case, I mean, you could probably roll it with our rover, but I don't know if that's gonna work out great. Actually, let's see if I can rescue it a little bit. So let's control it, and I guess we could kind of maneuver it just a tiny bit. Looks like. We turn the thrusters on actually. So now we're upside down. Okay, so the good news is that we could use a gyroscope, and we could override it and do, okay, not that way, but maybe this way. That's an interesting flip over there. Okay, that is gonna work decently. Kill the override, and we are back Okay, that worked out. Terrible as it was, but it worked out. Okay, I can't see a thing with this storm. Once again, a hindrance. I could barely see it right there. In terms of the camp. So I guess we're gonna have to wait out the storm once again. Alright, so might as well play around with the cockpit while we wait for it. Looks like we got a little bit of dust storm going on. So that's what that is. Not fun. Okay, so once again, you can barely see anything when it comes to the camp. Right here, I can see the buildings. I can't see the turrets. I think that might be one, and that right there might be one right there. Very hard to see. Hey, I wonder if I shoot right now, what's gonna happen? Are we gonna dip down as we normally do because we're recharging? And we are. Not good. Not good. I don't think I'm high enough. Ooh, that's a turret right there. And there goes my rail gun drone. Yeah. Should have turned that off. Ouch. Well, guess we have one less drone to play around with. That's not good. Alright, I guess we can just salvage what we can salvage. That was a really dumb move by me, but whatever. Oh wow, there's no more uranium in here too. I think it just pretty much ran out of power because of the uranium, but it should have still had some battery. I didn't check it at all, so yeah, that was a bad part by me. Should have definitely checked to see if there was any power left and if it's gonna recharge quickly. I should have waited a little bit longer because the dust storm is completely gone. Right, so we salvaged what we could salvage from that problem. Yeah. Okay. So we have a day's worth of battery. Oop, I'm about to break that one too. A day's worth of battery in this one. Or 2 hours, apparently. So not too much. We have rockets in this, so we can utilize this if we want. We could use the assault cannon, but not so great with that as well. So yeah, let's just stick with what we know, and that's just the rocket. All right, so ooh, okay, we just got shot. Yeah, just not having a good day, am I? Whoa. Oh, we got tagged by another one. All right, so there's a turret over there, and there's definitely one right here somewhere. Right there. Not shooting me now, which is great, but rocket's not working. Because it's on fire. Definitely not having a wonderful day now, am I? So is that going to be a problem? Because I might not have the parts for this. Let's see. So apparently build planner says I have enough for it. So let's just hope so. But actually, I need to chill out with the hydrant really quick. And recharge that. Okay. Let's get this thing welded back up. So it got tagged by 1 or 2 shots. And luckily, we do have enough to put that in there. Alright, let's add some more rockets in there. Let's take a look at where that is again. Let's just get too high up so we don't get shot. And boom. I don't know why it's not shooting me now, but I think it ran out of bullets if anything. But that should be a direct hit. So that should take care of that one. There's another one over there. And ooh, that's fine. I don't think there's another one. I hope not, at least. That's about 7 away, so we can go in a little bit closer. I think 600 would be ideal, and it's gonna shoot me soon. Direct hit. Direct hit. Okay. So I don't think there's another one. Hopefully not, but we can fly a little high to figure that out. And we seem to be good. Yeah. All right. So where is our respawn pod with one less drone? I guess that'll be a good thing while we haul everything back. So we don't have to worry about all that weight. But that was a little silly and unfortunate to lose a drone like that. But yep, that's just me playing a little on the late side and not really thinking much or at all, which kind of coincides with this whole series anyways. Doing things without really thinking it through. So not too bad. So I think we could just roll right in now without getting shot. I think. I hope. There's our poor railgun drone crater that it created. But yeah, I should have definitely checked if it had enough power to recharge that railgun. So, oh wells. Alright, let's move on up into the Gatlin so we can take the ammo from it. And I think we did pretty good here. 2 shots, 2 kills in a way. And this is autocannon that we can take the ammo from. So we would always have to weld it up. I don't know if I have enough parts to weld this up. No, I don't have the steel tubes for it. So you may have to come back for that. But we also need to toggle that off so it don't shoot. And we can also take the ammo from the small cargo container. That was not what I meant to do. Okay, so I guess we're not taking the ammo off the autocannon. So, yeah. Alright, we'll just take it from the small cargo container. Not a big deal. Alright, so that works out. As simple as that, and let's move on. Now this whole rover looks a little silly because it's just got one hanging on the left and nothing on the right. Sure. Alright, so this was just a general Gatling, which is fine. I'm just gonna... I shouldn't really do that. I should really get the ammo from it, but whatever. Okay. So that takes care of that. I should really have not taken it down that way, but whatever. Okay, so it looks like there's some stuff here. And here we go. Ice. That's exactly what we wanted. Incoming here. As I remember, ooh, wow. As I remember, most camps that we've gone for these abandoned settlements has been loaded with ores, ice, and things like that. So always a good idea to come check these things for that reason. Especially when we're low on the ice. I just took out a locker or something. Okay, here... Okay, this one didn't have ice. Or ores and things like that. Should be okay. Alright, nothing crazy here, but still good amount of steel plates, construction components, interior plates. So always a good thing, as we all know. These are things, especially steel plates, we can sell and also dismantle for resources. All right, let's check. Don't want to. We could check here first. Usually don't like to check the main. I call these the main bases with the antenna, because that's what's showing that it's the wolf camp. So it's always, I like to check these last because it usually has a pretty good score in them. So let's see what we got this time around. I guess my theory or what I'm saying was actually no. This is the worst spot ever. Oh, there you go. We got some ice, clan cola and coffee. That's not too bad. Usually I guess I remembered it wrong potentially, but I thought it usually has a decent score in the main bases. I guess not, but it's really dark in here, so we're gonna just tear these things down to make it a little bit brighter. And brighter, I just mean exposed. As you see there. All right, so I did kind of had in mind, instead of destroying these things, and if they weren't like so down low into the ground, I could just lift it off the ground and take one of these stations, recolor it, weld it all up to make it mine and make it actually look pretty decent. So I like these kind of stations. I mean, they're very, very small. There's only one block tall in terms of room and accessibility. Could have had stuff in there. Here's a shower, bathroom, and this side is locker. So here should be a decent amount of stuff. Actually, should be able to do that. Yep. And that's all the ores. Here's 2 beds. So there's a nice little spot. So I can always grab a whole bunch of these and kind of plop them down on the ground and project them. No, we'll grab one of these, like physically grab them or put wheels on them and then drive away and then bring it back home. That would be fun to do. But we could also copy them and project them near our base too. So I think that would probably be better than actually grabbing it and moving it physically. But it is an option. All right, so that takes care of those 2 buildings right over there. Let's see what's over here. This is a little bit odd because it's melded together. So, huh. All right, let's get rid of this thing here. Here's a small container. Didn't have too much stuff. Oh, it did right there. How's it able to meld together like this? This is insane. Passage. And basic assembler. Does it have anything in it? Nope. Alright, so that's okay. Okay, so that's decent amount of stuff. I got rid of the steps by mistake. But let's see. Kitchen. Lockers and so forth. Decent haul here. Nothing too crazy. The locker we can dismantle and do this if you really want to. Ooh, nice. Not much ice though. Very, very minimal. All right, one more building to go, and it looks like we're filled up on the rover, which is not too bad. It's a good thing. Okay, so what's in here? And I keep thinking the targeting is on this thing, but it's not. It's actually further down. It should be just a freight and some lockers here, I think. Ooh, actually not too bad. All right, get rid of the shower, bed, bathroom. Here's an air vent. Here's the locker. Ooh, okay, not bad, not bad. What's in the locker? All right, not too bad. Okay. I was hoping for more ice. But that's not too bad either. And we're getting close to being too full on the rover. So we would have to eventually come back. Ooh, very full actually. All right, we got the pontoon medium cargo containers to fill up, so that's not that bad. Okay. So once we fill that up, we probably have to head out, come back eventually to loot up the rest with our cargo ship. So we can bring the big one that we've been using and fill it up. So that would be worth doing. But for now, I'm just gonna knock down these buildings so I know which one I've looted and everything like that. And I don't really care to bring back too much materials just yet. It'll just be too much to drive back because it's not really fun driving all that weight on a rover like that. Okay, so we've already been here. I just never took down everything, and this is why I normally knock down the roofs. So it's easier to know what I took out and what is still hanging around for me to loot. This thing, timber, boom, nice closed sandwich. All right, I think that takes care of that. And ow. We need to get some power really quick, so let me just sit here for a sec. All right, so while we're waiting here, we might as well stroll up to this hydrogen tank, it looks like, and gather what I can gather as well. This is, yeah, it doesn't really have that much stuff in here, so that's not really worth it. But I guess we can grab the rails from this thing, because that's decent stuff. And these steel plates, that's more worth it. That is done. We could loot more if we want to. Not a ton more, but a chunk more, because we still have some medium cargo containers that are empty. I guess we should just fill up as much as we can. Why not, right? Why come here and not loot up everything that we can? Alright, that was actually much quicker than I thought it was going to be. This level 3 elite, I think it was. Yeah, elite grinder really does miracles here. I know for sure if we were to take down the main hub here, especially an antenna, we're going to run out of space fairly quickly. So I'm going to continue to take out the little ones for the time being, so we can get as much steel plates as possible, which usually sells for good money, and we usually need it for building our base up too. So we're gonna keep taking as much as we can. We should fill up. We're only about 3 kilometers away as well, so it wouldn't be that bad to drive back. I mean, it's a little bit hilly, but not as bad as going to the research station at one point. That was a bad drive, and coming back the wrong way round it was a really bad idea. Looks like we can gather a really good amount of stuff right this moment. So I'm going to continue to kind of plot myself around here and get everything except for the main base for now. But I think I could fill up or dismantle the main base to fill up the rover actually. So might be in good shape here. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure why these things kind of like melded on the ground a lot. So it doesn't make for a fun retrieval. So at least the main platform where you step on, or the ground or floor, the floor of the build is slightly above ground, or mostly above ground, but it is kind of weird that it sank all the way down. I think most of them are like that. So maybe I blueprint it or copy it next time. Blueprint it and make a copy of these bases for my own bases or hab stations. So we can have like a nice little individual town basically. And when I say individual, I mean myself in a town with nobody around or anything like that. So yeah. All right, so enough of that. We can get the main hub right over here. I think we're gonna have more than enough room to do it. The only problem is the antenna. That's what usually takes up most of space. So let's see if that is gonna be the issue. Okay, so it kind of already looks like it may be the issue, but I think we're good. So if I threw these in here, we're perfect. Okay, so we can dismantle the whole camp with the rover, which is great because that means we don't have to come back here to gather anything, which is a really, really good thing. Because it's, I don't mind coming back, but it is a waste of time trooping back and forth, gathering as much as we can, especially steel plates. So one trip, the better, of course. Okay, so this base is completely done. The wolf camp, so we could remove the GPS if anything, because we don't need it. Just delete it. Get out of here. We don't need you. Alright, we'll just throw all that in there. Let me just get my favorite soup. And where's my data pad? Here we go. You gotta keep that handy in my pockets and not anywhere else, just in case we lose anything. Alright, so the camp is completely done, as you see here. And that's not too bad. We could go back home and unload our stuff. Look at this turn radius. It's sluggish, this rover right now. It is heavy, heavy, heavy. And while we're driving, this is a bad idea, but looks like we got 188 ice there and a K of ice here. And well, that's not what we got. 2.88 and 188 of ice. Oof, not a lot of ice there. So that's not great. So one camp net me nearly 3k of ice, which is okay. Not the best. So I think we might have to go the route of making a tanker, which would be fun. A hydrogen tanker ship, I should say, and a oxygen tank one, so we can transport those type of resources back and forth. All right, right on target. So we'll just link it up here, get into our inventory, and start moving everything out of this to the large cargo container. All right, so I think I got everything I needed to get out, and let's look at the main cargo. Let's just throw everything in the main cargo to see our progress in terms of loot and resources. All right, so I think that's about it. Not too bad. We still have a growing amount of steel plates here, which is great. A few things are separated out because of something I did at one point in time. 32 uranium. Okay, that's not too bad in total. So far, definitely not bad at all. This is pretty good. And it looks like we got 5.51k of ice. Still not the greatest thing in the world, but once again, maybe we do tankers. Yeah. Right, so not the greatest amount of them all, but not too bad. I mean, we barely use it. We use it mostly to fill up our bottles. Now we have a proper airlock, so we should be okay. Let's head on to the Buffalo camp. If the name implies the size of the camp, I should be worried. But yeah, I should be get there in a few minutes. All right, so I can clearly see the base over here. Not too shabby. A bit of a different turret right over here. Don't see the other ones. We're 663 away. Not too bad. I don't think it's gonna shoot us at less more than 600. So let's just hope that is the case. I need to get the thrusters on first. That would be the smarter thing to do than what we've been doing before. Unlock that, and we can jump in our rover. And remote in. Then we are in this one right here. That is filled with... That has an assault cannon ammo. Don't know why I'm floating so much, but it's fine. Alright, so... one there. I do not see the other one. So that's a bit alarming. Oh, is that it? No, that is the same spherical thing. It's probably going to be a small one somewhere. That's fine. Yeah, I think it's right there. So the only thing with these drones, with these cameras, there's no targeting. So I don't know how far we are. Which is the crappy part about it. But I think we were about 6 something away. So I can just sneak in a little bit. And the moment it starts firing, I can maybe turn and back away. Ooh. Back away, back away, back away, back away, back away. Why is it so hard to fly this thing? Okay. So there goes my other drone, and then it's gonna get ripped apart right over there. I don't know why I wasn't able to shift it left and right a bit, which is not a good sign. So there goes my other drone. So that's always fun. All right, so whatever. So let's get a little bit closer, shoot that. That should take care of it. Yep. But yeah, I'm not sure why my drone here, I couldn't shift right. I was trying to fly back a little bit and then move to the right to avoid the shots. And ow. That just didn't happen at all. So not sure why that happened. But it happened. So that is extremely unfortunate. We'll scrap this guy once we're ready to do so, I guess. Well, we can scrap it now, I guess. This one, unfortunately, has a lot less parts than the rail one, because the rail one we destroyed ourselves by crash landing it. This one, it got destroyed pretty much by that Gatling turret. So we lost a significant amount of stuff, I think. Especially ammo. I should have shot it, to be honest, but I think I was a bit in shock that I couldn't shift or strafe a little bit to the right to avoid the shots. I felt like I was just standing still, to be honest. When I tried to move, I tried to shift backwards a little bit too, and that really didn't work out. I don't know what happened there. Once again, did not check the batteries, so could have been that. Right, so we might not be... Yeah, it might not be a great idea traveling with drones if I'm not gonna make it automated. So next time around, we're probably gonna throw a saddle on it like this one here. Okay, so where is the turret? Did we take it out? Yeah, I think it sank a little bit, right? Yeah, there's the other turret right over there. Oh, there's 2 turrets there. All right, I got 3 turrets in this one, but the previous one only had 2. 1. Yeah, 2. This one has 3, so that's interesting. Okay, which one's closer? Because I'm gonna get shot by one of them, I think. Starting to aim at me, and ooh, almost got tagged by a few. It's on fire, so that's perfect. So right, and that should be it. So that takes care of Buffalo Camp. Right, so I mean, maybe unconsciously I wanted to remove some excess baggage, I think. And just kind of eliminated those drones the not so reasonable way, because we lost a lot of materials and resources. But we can survive mainly with the rocket one. It's not that bad. We could leave. I don't know why I welded that up, but the design was to not be welded up. So yeah, so we could replace the rocket with a railgun or the assault cannon. The railgun works well. It just sucks up so much batteries. We just need to add more batteries just to make it work. So that's where we have a problem. What's interesting that I see some resources on top of that mountain. I've never seen it like that in quite some time. So I wonder what kind of material that is over there too. Alright, let's take care of the turbine first. Actually, you know what? I am actually going to take care of just finding out what is in each little station. And I'm probably gonna dismantle everything kind of off camera, because we don't need to see two bases being offloaded or broken down. Actually, do I want to take this one? This one's not too bad. I'm gonna take this one and see if I can blueprint it. Do not have permission to blueprint this ship. It's not even a ship. Alright, so we just go a little cheesy. We're just gonna have to go creative mode and print it out. Or copy it into our blueprints, and we'll just use it next time. Alright, so in terms of loot, what do we got? We got a freight here. And it's got power cells. So that's great. And of course we have a locker, which should have ore. Not too crazy. Okay, that was a locker that I just blew past, right? Okay, so the locker, no ice, but iron silicon, not too bad. And once again, we're just gonna knock this thing down. One, it's just easy materials this way, and two, because I could tell which one I knocked down, and thirdly, it's because it's pretty fun to do it. It just looks so nice and neat too. All right, so next station. What we got? This station looks about the same as the one just before, and it is. So it was a shower that I took down. Oh, it's a little different. Got a grinder. Got a locker full of ore with 709 ice. Not too bad. All right, and we're gonna drop it in 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, that one not as smooth. Because it has the stairs and the rails. So let's get rid of that. There we go. Okay. So we took out 2 bases and net us only 709 ice. Not much at all. Right. Let's move on. I guess we could stick our rover right over here. Kind of close to everything, I guess. And far from everything at the same time. So, yeah. Alright, here, let's hope for the best. Got a locker here. Same kind of station as the other one. Got some nice ammo and things, so not too bad. All right, I think we're good to go. And then even out the materials in there. I think we have 1, 2, yeah, we have 3 medium cargo containers on both sides. I do really wish I had them all kind of attached, but don't. Now, time to head home. So we got a decent haul this time around, especially with the ice. Mainly, that's what I'm talking about, is ice, because we need a whole bunch of it. So ice, we should have about 3-4K worth, right? No? Yeah? Yeah, not too bad. I think so. All right, let's head back home, unload, and call it a day. Great. My rover just shat out a bit of scrap metal. Wonderful. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just try to connect on itself. All right, let's just get in there. Today's not a good day for scavenging. Unfortunately, made my whole entire rover lighter by getting my 2 extra drones destroyed. I guess I said before, unconsciously, I probably didn't care for it. So, not a problem. Let's just get rid of them, right? We haven't done any trading or anything today, but we'll do it next time around, which is, you know, something. It's not like something you haven't seen before. So if I need to get funds, I'll probably head back to the eco base and do what I need to do to make some funds. But for now, I think we're done here. Let's enjoy our nice little airlock project that we've created. And then head straight into the bed. All right, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy that scavenging mission for ice. And of course, if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.